What's up, y'all? Spiritual Market here, back for another video. My boy, we out here in nature. It's always out here in nature. You know what I'm saying? So today is gonna be that long-awaited video, ego and higher self. I've been wanting to make this video, not really, but from the last video, yes. I have videos I still haven't uploaded from before I went to Vegas. So I don't know if I'm gonna upload though. I think I uploaded one like 2 days ago. The one y'all seen about the freaking y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I ain't finna go through all that. But yeah, man. Today we're gonna be talking about ego and higher self. All right, I'm gonna touch on the truth about your ego and higher self. This is what I believe. It's my belief, but it's also some truths. Okay, so now. See so many birds. I just be chilling. All right, now put on this hat. Wait a minute. All right, now. So, as we already know, the ego is who we. The ego is who we've been this whole time. All right, before our spiritual awakening. All right. So, why do we have the ego? I'm gonna touch on all the shit. What I believe about the ego, higher self. I might even touch on something else. But what I believe about the ego. Now, the ego is not bad. It's not bad. The ego is just, it's rebelling against what's happening in our spiritual journey, because the ego is everything, every experience we've experienced in this life up to our before our spiritual journey, right? So we've been living in our ego. We're not our ego, but we've been living in our ego this whole time. So everything we've learned, everything we've experienced, everything, all right? So that's why when we have a spiritual awakening, our ego is denying everything, because it's literally crumbling everything the ego thought was true. It's literally like, y'all know that the ego is literally like trying to rebel against what is been known. So it's kind of like, oh, if someone's a Christian and they start to realize, oh, Christian is fake, Christianity, Jesus is fake, you know what I'm saying, this and that, oh, this is fake, oh, this can't be true, it can't be true. Like, that's how it be in spiritual awakening, because you start to think like, damn, what the fuck? And not everyone, some people just automatically believe in spirituality before their awakening, like right around their awakening. But the only reason why people say, oh, the ego is bad, it's not. The ego is not bad, bro. The ego is a part of you for a reason. So we have to conquer the ego, because the ego is everything that you want to believe. It's not everything that's true. Okay, so when it comes to right around your spiritual awakening, what the spiritual awakening does for the body, not just for the body, but for the ego, it crumbles everything that is that it doesn't matter, that is not true. Not even that's not true. It crumbles everything that is not needed anymore. Okay, the ego is needed in this construct. It is needed. Without the ego, how can you be who you are today? You know what I'm saying? How can you be who you are today? Understand that the God's that source, that your higher self, they know exactly what your ego, how you're going to be, how mentally, personality. They know all this, because the ego helps you to craft a false reality for yourself. This reality that we is before our spiritual awakening. So it's basically like the ego is like the fairy tale, kind of. The ego in the higher self is the truth. When you balance that shit out, the ego goes against with you. The ego wants everything to go its way. Oh, I want everything to go my way. I want everything to go perfectly. How I predict it, everything will go my way. The ego is like that. But it's just like that because you haven't conquered it. I feel like we have to conquer the ego for it to work along with us. Because if we don't conquer the ego will continue doing this bullshit. Doing this bullshit as in still trying to rebel against what the fuck is happening. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, if you're a Christian or whatever, the ego will fight against spirituality, because that's all that's known. Ego is like a building. It's like the ego is the building, is everything that built up to your before your spiritual awakening. So the ego has been building the house since you were a baby, and building it all the way up high and high and high. And when spiritual awakening comes, it crashes the house. Everything you've ever learned, everything, every experience, you start to question that shit, and it crumbles. That's why the ego goes so hard against it. It goes so hard against it because it's built that up, and the ego is also like the person inside the house, and that house is crumbling while the person is in it. Oh, this can't be true. This is, oh no, like, oh, and so like it's literally like, oh, this can't be true. Like, it's just so strong and prudent. I just can't fully explain it. You know what I'm saying? Just know that the ego is fighting against everything. You built this house up, you built all this big thing, and it's been providing for you your whole life. So when it crumbles, the ego is forcefully going against it because that's all it has known. That's why when you watch TV, all that shit, it does talk to your it talks to your higher self, TV, and show you all the real stuff. But that shit, your ego eats that shit. All the negative information, everything you learn, it's like all the negative information is food for the ego. It's food for the ego. So when you be like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm fire, you know what I'm saying? I got all the girl, I got car, I got clothes, I got this and that, you know what I'm saying? I'm the best dude in the world. I could do whatever I want to do. That's the ego. I mean, you are, but as in prideful in that. Hella more over pridefully in that is what I'm saying. That's what the ego is. So, but like I said, after your spiritual awakening and throughout your spiritual awakening, your ego crumbles. Everything that it learns, everything that it has learned, everything that you have been to up to this point crumbles. Everything, and is rebuilt up. And what is it rebuilt up with? Truths, your truths. Because you gotta understand that the universe and angels lead us to information for a reason, for us to learn. Okay, for us to learn and to learn lessons and shit. Okay, you might have gotten into a car crash or some shit when you was younger. Everything happens for a purpose, bro. Everything happens for a purpose. Everything is going in divine plan. If I want to throw this shoe right now, I throw the shoe. Because I craft my reality. You know what I'm saying? That's how simple it is. So when you think of bad shit, that's how simple it is to manifest. That's how simple it is. The universe is neutral. If you want to think bad shit and manifest bad shit will happen to you. Okay? It's just like flipping the coin. On some real shit. You flip a coin, be like, oh, it's gonna land on -1. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna land on that negative option. You know what I'm saying? So it's literally like a coin flip, for real. Because y'all gotta understand that after after you start to build up your real life and you start focusing on your real life, other than just, you know what I'm saying, oh, the game, let me hop on Fortnite, you know what I'm saying? Once you focus on your real life and you start applying your beliefs to your reality, your ego starts to it starts to work with you a little bit throughout your spiritual awakening. But at the same time, it's still like, oh, don't do that or do this, do that. Like, if it's like some fries, and your angel's like, okay, you gotta let that go. It's not good for you. It's a low alkaline diet. But your ego's like, man, eat it. It's all right, bro. You're gonna be just all right. You can raise that vibration up quick. That's the ego. See, the ego gets less and less. You know what I'm saying? And before your awakening, the ego you're all ego. You're all ego, right? So once your spiritual awakening comes, the ego is still an ego, but it's working with your reality now. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you wanted to eat a burger before your awakening. Okay, eating your ego like, okay, it's a burger, let's eat that guy. You know what I'm saying? But in your journey, you're like, okay, I'm finna hop on the side. You're like, why don't you get some chicken nuggets? Or like, the ego work. It's like whatever your reality comes, your ego try to work against that reality. Literally, nigga, it's like a big brother and a little brother arguing on some real shit. The big brother know what the fuck already going on. Your higher self, your true self. The big brother like, okay, we know this shit is not good. Why do you still want to argue with me? Like, why do you still want to argue with me? But it's like your ego's like, man, you know what? Man, we can still eat that, bro. That's it. It's all right, dude. Hey, we all in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, your ego, bro. Because you gotta understand, the ego is a part of yourself. I love my ego, but it's the thing as if loving your ego is not like, okay, I love my ego going against it. Because you gotta understand, once we ascend and we unlock all of our 7 chakras, the ego literally stops rebelling. It's like I said, little brother and big brother thing. The ego merges with you and it helps you. It's like a part of your intuition, kind of. It's a part of your being. It merges with you. It literally helps you. It doesn't rebel anymore. It just goes along with you, whatever you want to choose. Like, okay, should I eat a salad today? Your ego literally like, oh, you know what? Yeah, I'll eat a salad, right? Like, on some, your ego literally works works with you instead of against you. Okay? Because when we learn new shit, the ego don't want to. B, what's going on, B? What you got going on today? What you got going on, B? Get away from me, please. Don't sting me. Thank you. Okay. The B just be coming and chilling, like coming around my leg, but I know they don't be chilling, like they just be chilling, bro. But anyway, yeah, man, like I said, that's the ego and the higher self. The difference between ego and higher self. That's gonna be the video title. The difference between ego and higher self. Now we talked about the ego. We'll touch on higher self now. Now, basically, the higher self is your true self. It's yourself without the ego, or it's yourself with the ego working with you. Your higher self is your true, authentic self. It is who you were before you ever incarnated on any physical plane. Your higher self is your spiritual self, your true self. Okay, no ego around. It's literally, bro. Your higher self is your true self, the one God created you to be. It's your light being, your true divine being. Okay, your higher self is in the fourth dimension. He's doing your higher self is doing you. I understand, even though your your higher self is in the fourth dimension, your higher self is within you too. You are your high. We are our higher selves. I'm my higher self. My higher self is me. Literally, we're just. I feel like there's multiple versions of us. You know what I'm saying? Our higher self is that higher self, our best self. You know what I'm saying? We do have avatars, levels of self. We do have all type. It's just multiple shit. Cause y'all gotta understand that every human, every life that's walking on this earth is all us. It's all me. You are me. If you watch it, you are me, bro. Even the bots that be watching my video, you are me. I am you, literally. We just have a different body. That's all that's different about it. You know what I'm saying? That's all that's it. I just have a different body, a different personality, a different way of living. You know what I'm saying? It's not. We're still the same consciousness. You know what I'm saying? And it will speak volumes if we didn't have all this electromagnetic shit in the air. Because if we didn't have that, we wouldn't be able to meet each other in our dreams. Because we're connected through consciousness. So our higher self is our true self. Our higher self, like I said, is our true. Before we even incarnated here on this earth, when we was a new soul, our higher self is what God created us to be. Our higher self is us, bro. It's us, but it's us that's not. Understand that. I feel like this part of us here is like a piece of our higher self consciousness. But at the same time, if you go to Angelic God Humanity, he was like, this body, us, how we is on this earth is like our legs of our higher self. Our legs is like our incarnate self, the one that incarnate on the physical planes. Our higher self is like the upper body, the mind, the heart, that type of shit. That's what our higher self basically is. And we right now on earth are like the legs, here to experience, live life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like basically that's what our higher self is. Our higher self is our true self, the connected self, our true divine light being. We are a divine being, bro. You may not fully comprehend that shit, but we are a divine being, bro. We are gods and goddesses out here, for real. We have psychic abilities that we have not fully tapped into. We probably have all type of abilities and shit, bro. Okay? Aliens are real. I'm a Syrian starseed, so I've lived on higher planes of living before, of advanced technology in the alien races. 100%. Because I'm a Syrian starseed. I incarnated on this earth specifically as a teacher, as a guide, and to help humanity in this ascension period, this shift in consciousness that we're going through, the shift to 5D that we're going through. It may not be all of it, but that's damn near what I believe. You know what I'm saying? So I came here as a guy, as a teacher, because I'm a Syrian starseed. I have a lot of information, a lot of experience that I could bring to Earth and help people be my authentic self here and uplift humanity so we can freaking, you know what I'm saying, go through what we gotta do here. You know what I'm saying? We're not finna die. Y'all gotta understand, we're eternal beings. Even if we die in this physical body, we're not dying because we still live on. So there is no such thing as death to me. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we have to, this physical body have to die, but we're not dying. Death is just a phase of life. Literally. After we die, we go to higher levels of living. Nigga, it's like, bro, and I was thinking about this the other day. Earth is like a womb. We are still in the womb, nigga. On Earth, we are still in the womb. Once we die and we go to the higher realms, we are literally born. Once we die, it's rebirth, literally. We are born. I feel like Earth is the womb. We are still in the womb as spiritual beings. We are still in the womb. Starseeds and all this, we came from outside of the womb into the womb here to help people rise up and ascend out this bitch. Earth is the womb, bro. We are still babies. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my perception. I've always thought that we created Earth. Oh, we literally created Earth, bro. What Vaughn said was facts. We created, and I've been thought it, and oh, you listen to Vaughn. Oh, this is, oh, Vaughn. Nigga, I thought this before Vaughn made the video. Way before Vaughn made the video. I've been thought that we created Earth. I've been thought that we were all one. We already knew that we were all one before Vaughn made the video, nigga. I've been thought that we created the Earth way before Vaughn made the video. So don't even bring him up in this situation, because they don't got nothing to do with him. But anyway, higher self is you're connecting with yourself. A higher state of living, a higher state of being with yourself. We came here to be our authentic self on Earth. When we merge with our higher self, we are our higher self. We have all the information in the universe, in the cosmos. Our higher self knows this. Our higher self is literally ourself, bro. Y'all gotta understand that. They be like, oh, connect to your higher self or a divine being. Nigga, we are a divine being. We are a divine being. Our higher self is us. We've already experienced life outside of the physical reality already. This is just, you know what I'm saying? We came here to help Earth get the fuck up out of the state that it's in right now. To help every life on the planet get out of the state that we're in right now. And through this ascension period. Because if we, well, I know if we don't, because we will. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to do our purpose here, bro. That is the most important thing while we here. That's the most important thing. We have to do our purpose here. That's why we came here. Literally. That's why we're living right now on this earth. We have to do our purpose and to live our life and to do the fuck we want to do. You know what I'm saying? This is our life. We chose to incarnate here, nigga. We didn't have to come here. God chose us and we accepted, so we came here. We signed a soul path, a soul contract to come here. We did not have to come here. You know what I'm saying? We chose to come here deliberately. So that's what it means, higher self and ego. You know what I'm saying? Higher self is your true self. Ego is the person who you've been this whole time. Ego is not your ego self before your spiritual wicked is not your true self. Okay? Once the ego and higher self is balanced, it'll be oneness. Your ego will work with your higher self. Your ego will work with yourself. So yeah, man, that's gonna be the end of the video. I don't wanna make this video 20 minutes again like the last video. No, I'm not doing that. But anyway, man, hope y'all still stocking up on food and water. Have a survival kit just in case you gotta leave your home. Have a survival kit just in case you leave your home. You never know what the fuck they gonna throw next. Martial law, what the fuck gonna happen, bro? Okay? Make sure you have a survival kit. Food, water, then the essentials. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you got whatever you need. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get me an electric bike or something where I can have storage so I can get the fuck on without a car. You know what I'm saying? I would like my own car, but if I do, I want it to either be, I don't even want it to be electric no more, because electric shit fuck with our body, our fields, our auric fields and shit. So yeah, man, that's all I want to make a video on. I'm still learning, bro. You know what I'm saying? No one is all knowing. We are all knowing in our subconscious and our true self. But consciously, we're not all knowing. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause we still have to learn shit. You know? So yeah, man, that's all I want to speak on, man. I love y'all, man. Keep stacking up on food and water. Have a survival kit just in case you have to leave your home. I love y'all, man. Spiritual Marcus, I'm out, bro.